from Fiverr or the like, and you get these false rankings, and then you get sandboxed forever. So you want to make sure that your rankings stick, and we're going to show you how to do that safely and reliably, and what to expect moving forward. So what's in it for me? Isn't this the #1 radio station that is in everybody's mind? What's in it for me? So I'm going to show you what's in it for you. How to get first page Google rankings. How to get first page YouTube rankings. Can you say profits? Again, that is all centered around the foundational money keywords and using the system that we have laid out, that Peter has designed, that has made him profits for him and his clients for many years now. And 3 ways to profit without using a camera. Yes, you do not have to stand in front of a camera. Throw out your makeup. You don't care about lighting. It's all going to work for you. And you're going to rank faster than a speeding bullet. We have people ranking on the first page of Google and YouTube within hours, and in some cases as little as 30 minutes. So I want to start out with a gift. Everybody likes a gift, and that's our little incentive to make sure you stay on the call with us and all the way to the end, because there are so many nuggets we're going to impart to you along the path, our journey together today, that we want to give you a gift. So there's a book that I co-authored with Peter Drew, who is the presenter. He's the brains behind Hangout Millionaire. I'm a client who then became advocate, became spokesperson. And there's a book that we wrote about how to create clients forever, which is something we want to reward you with. It sells for $24.95, and we want to give that to you in digital form as a gift at the conclusion of the call. And yes, we know who stays on the call all the way to the end. It's our little ethical bribe in order to make sure you walk away with value today. Please stay on the call all the way through. I promise it will be worth your while. So who is Peter? He's been working full-time online for 15 years plus. He's the CEO of Brute Force SEO. For any of you who have been in the game of SEO for any length of time, you'll know of his trademark, his landmark product called Evo, which he sold over $10 million in a 4-year span online. Impressive numbers. He was consistently the top 5 affiliate in Friend Finder Inc., which sold just shy of $1 billion. He's generated over 8 figures online. He's owned many software development companies, and here's how he was found, and it applies to him today. He is the king of automated software solutions. Not the queen, not the prince, he is the king. And he's been a respected SEO professional publicly for the last 7 years, and his main SEO membership site is still going strong after 6 years. That is a testament to the credibility, the honesty to the service, and commitment he has to his clients, and he'll have with you. And he's got an absolutely squeaky clean reputation online, and that is difficult to do in this marketplace, and there's nothing but positive reviews for him. I checked him out before I decided to get involved, because I keep my reputation clean. I'm very aware of that. Super, super careful about who I get involved with, because you never know, and his reputation is clean. And this is the man with his 2 beautiful daughters. His lovely wife is taking the photo of the man with the ladies, but that is Peter. So who am I? I'm a published author. I'm a former syndicated radio show host with CBS in Los Angeles. I've spoken on direct marketing in 11 countries around the world, and I've sold a few products on television via infomercials, and I've been published in a few publications. Here's the proof. That's me being interviewed on CNBC and my former radio station, 97.1 in LA, some years back. But again, this presentation today is all about you and what we can do for you. So I want you to ponder this question: what is the value of owning the #1 ranking in your market? All of you are going to learn how to do this, because it is a matter of becoming profitable versus just hobbying out there, if there's such a word, living as a hobbyist in this online domain. You should be seeking some informational keywords which lead to money-making buying decisions. So you want to rank #1 for money keywords. That means commercial value. And you need to understand what that value is. How much would you have to pay a pay-per-click specialist to get you a lead, a click to go to your website? Now, if you're ranking for it organically, which is a more trusted source anyway, it that is the way you can prove how valuable this is. And we're going to show you what that means with some of our clients that have embraced the solution we're going to reveal to you now. So if you're able to have the missing piece to what would take your business from hobby or marginally profitable to hugely profitable, would this interest you? Are you following me so far? And I mean, isn't it cool if you had the solution to put every piece of the puzzle in order? This is the last piece to where you're really making money.
Fantastic, Mitch. I can't wait for you to reveal the whole deal. I'm watching very carefully.
Yes, well, that's good. I know you're a careful guy. All developers are. And I want to talk about a very astute marketer that is a friend and client of mine named Alex Mendozian. He's the producer or the publisher of Billionaire Mentor magazine, which you can find on the iTunes store. And Alex is very advanced. But we're also going to show you him to start as an advanced marketer who gave Peter and I some tremendous challenges which we overcame and exceeded his expectations. And then we also worked for some brand new people that were new online. I'm talking within months online, barely knew what an IP address was, knew what a domain was versus a website, had no clue. We took them, and now they are making money, and loads of it, and we're going to show you that. And we have one intermediate marketer you're going to meet in a little bit named Zach. But let's start with somebody that is probably a PhD online in terms of making money, and this was a difficult challenge we took on when we opened up the software for beta testers, and Alex was one of the first people we approached because he is a Hangout marketing specialist and expert. He puts them on. So he came to me and said, okay, guys, I want to rank for how to monetize Google Hangouts. There was no teaching involved in understanding commercial value and money keywords, how to make money using Google Hangouts. That's essentially what that key phrase means. So he approached me and said, okay, this software that you're embracing, that you've utilized and you've talked about, Peter Drew, show me the money. Everybody remembers that line from Jerry Maguire, the movie, show me the money, show me the proof. So right down here, if you see my cursor going over in 2 hours uploaded by Peter Drew, you're going to meet Peter very thoroughly in a moment. In 2 hours, we were ranked number 3. Impressive? Yes or yes? If it's yes, mark it in the box, in the chat box. We want to make sure that you're with me. Is everybody following me? And I want to know, what do you think about that? In 2 hours out of 76,000 results, that's impressive in 2 hours. So there's more. How to profit from Google Hangouts. This was another keyword phrase he wanted us to rank for. Oh, before we go there, let me go back to the last slide. Hangout Challenge is Alex's site. So we came close to touching him because we then took, this is what Peter uploaded, this was from him, this was from him, but we ranked number 3 within 2 hours. Now, then Peter said, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Now, this is a more difficult phrase, how to profit from Google Hangouts, has 2.2 million results. We have 2 different videos. We were able to overtake Alex, who was ranking for this previously. He had multiple positions. We jumped over him for positions 1 and 2, and Peter wasn't satisfied with that. He took it, he made that position happen in 3 hours. Position 2 happened in 4 hours. Does this sound good? Is this something that you think would make a life-changing event in your marketing? If you say yes, please give me a digital yes, a thumbs up, just to make sure that you're following so far. I mean, I want to make sure that you're getting this, because if these are pros that will understand the value of getting to rank on the web with 2.2 million results, and we did this within 3 hours and 4 hours, I want to make sure you are involved. So what were the steps? I'm going to go through them. 1, 2, 3, think of them as ABC, simple for you and for me. Number 1, we selected the right keywords, money keywords. You want to make a digital message, write it down old-fashioned or put it in your notes, take a mental image. The right keywords equals money keywords equals profits. Second, we set up Web 2.0 properties. We're going to explain that in more detail, and then you do these once. You set up, you find the right keywords, you do proper keyword analysis, which we explain in detail in our system. You then set up Web 2.0 properties. If you're confused what that is, we're going to reveal a little more. You do that again once, and then third step, you run Hangout Millionaire, and it's that simple. You set it and forget it. You go to sleep, read a book, you go and scratch your head, you read about more, you create more videos, whatever it is. Step 1 and 2, you do one time. Step 3, you run Hangout Millionaire anytime you want to rank for more. So number 1, we use the right keywords. We set up Web 2.0 properties. Here's an example of Web 2.0 properties. This is from IFTTT.com. That's 3 T's. If this, then that.com. This shows multiple Web 2.0 properties. What are Web 2.0 properties? Reliable, credible, high authority, high page rank sites out there that create links pointing back to your YouTube video, which is your Hangout videos. All go into your G+ account inside your system, your site. This all pumps links back to your videos, to your sites, and they're all reliable. This is nothing black hat. It's all white hat, and it's all a system that has proven to work reliably, and this is what causes your links to stick. Here's another one that we use called onlywire.com. We believe in spreading our links on a wide basis, not just one site. We don't do that. We spread it all over the place so it looks like everybody's talking about us, about your site, about your videos, and they're covered. So we use 3 different systems. I'm showing you 2, IFTTT.com and onlywire.com. Here are more social properties that fall within that. We've got Referral Key, Scoop It, SkyRocket, StumbleUpon, Sonico, and Slashdive, and there are many more. Peter, when you found this, I want to bring you into this conversation. How much of a difference did this make? I mean, we're going to talk about your private video network, which is also part of our system that you've included, which has awesome results and effects that can't be duplicated by anybody else because nobody has your private video network. But OnlyWire, when you added this in, and IFTTT.com, what did this do to people's results?
Well, the beauty of using this strategy, which I'll reveal more so in the documentation and video tutorials, is that we get links back to the videos, obviously, but we get links back to the website in the description of the videos. But more than that, we get direct links, we get second-tier links, third-tier, and fourth-tier, and they're all contextual. That's what makes our websites, on top, as well as the videos, rank really well. So it's,
hey, remind me what contextual means. I sometimes a little rusty on my vocabulary.
Well, I show people how to set up a whole bunch of these 2 properties that have the same content, exactly the same content as the video content, and as the video content, the titles of the videos and the description. The content throughout the whole web all matches up perfectly, which is exactly what Google loves.
And they love that. Is that siloing a little bit, something like that?
Not really. I have to coin a new term for it myself, and I'll have to pick Cyril's brains to come up with what that term is.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? I've been watching this, and let me tell you, I've been using this bit myself, and I won't reveal all the secrets. Usually, I don't reveal too many secrets about my ranking techniques, but as Mitch, I showed you that channel with 3 million views a month, didn't I, a few days ago?
Yes, you did. I was blown away.
Exactly. So, this is one of the things that I do to create all that, audience interest in my channels, create a lot of social links out there using things like OnlyWire and IFTTT. These are good tools. I recommend them to anybody who uses them. But yes, I do these sort of things myself, and I've been very successful in ranking my own videos. So that's a pretty good tip for our audience, and whoever's following this, if you haven't done this earlier, I think you should totally get on board.
And also Cyril's products also, which I have recommended to my membership, particularly the blog product, which we've shown in our group how people can utilize Cyril's products to add on top of what we already do, even more power and the ability for
Oh yeah,
videos to rank well.
You're talking about VideoJeet, mate. That's a pretty good product. You can create automated blogs for your Hangout videos, and you can connect them to your channels, and it will automatically, post to those blogs. So that's a pretty good solution too. And of course, I've got a number of Jeet products which can be used with whatever you do for videos.
Absolutely, they work really well together.
Well, that's great. Well, let's continue. Let's see what else. So what were the exact steps? I like to talk about this. So Peter created, here's what happened with Hangout Millionaire, which we're going to show you the inside in just a little bit. We've got to give you the background. All of the steps that are inside an automated software solution called Hangout Millionaire are what came out of his intense knowledge of SEO and what caused rankings for videos in a manual system. So right here, out of 89,500,000 results from 2008, Peter was able to rank. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about this guy, Pete. You know, this private island that he wanted.
This is awesome. A mate of mine. Yeah, a very good friend of mine, Brett, decided to sell his private island from North Queensland, and he didn't tell me until a couple of weeks into it. He already engaged, as you can see, there's Scott Wagner, who was a real estate agent. So luckily they produced a beautiful video of his island. So I got on board and I said, mate, I can really kill this for you. And so I used the existing video that the real estate agent made and then uploaded that to a whole bunch of different video places or video hosts. It took me about a week or 5 days to do the work, but I got them ranking incredibly well. To cut a long story short, this guy got 200 leads over a six-month period. That's 200 leads for buying private islands. It was phenomenal. All the videos I've got up there, I think between them they got about 26,000 views. So it was pretty impressive, and that was back in 2008.
That's great. And then you were able to. This was the creative idea, let's say the gem that went off, or the fancy word, the epiphany, to then create a Hangout Millionaire. So let's talk about here. This shows, because of the systems that you use, October 2008, still on the web today for private island for sale in Australia. Out of 51 million results, you are still ranked on the first page of Google. That's impressive. And you know, here's the question that people have when you mention video, and I've done some surveys on this, I've read surveys, is people get into fear because man's #1 fear around the world is to public speak. Worse than that is stand in front of a camera and talk about it. Well, Peter addressed this concern completely. We have multiple solutions to get around that, and you can still benefit from the use of Hangouts as the marketing platform and the tool Hangout Millionaire to create up to 15 videos all at once. We're going to show you that in a minute, because some people are very camera shy. But isn't it cool to think that you don't have to be in front of a camera and still rank your URL, your website, your videos, your Hangouts? Well, I think so. So there's a system that has constant content updates called Instagram. Peter, please talk to us a little bit about this and why it's such a great system as opposed to some of the others that might be out there, and what this does in integrating with your tool, Hangout Millionaire.
Well, the beauty of Instagram is, as we know, there is a massive database of images. I think it's like 18 billion images to source from.
Amazing.
So I implemented this in Hangout Millionaire, so it allows people to create videos from keyword searching that Instagram image database. So, like a classic example would be if you're promoting Rolex, you just enter the keyword Rolex in the software, and it will pull down as many images as you like to make a slideshow video. There's three options. There's the Instagram option, or if you have images prepared, you can Hangout Millionaire will allow you to select a folder that has those images in it, and it will produce an awesome video, slideshow video, using the images on your hard drive. Or thirdly, there is the third option. Hangout Millionaire allows you to select a folder that stores your videos, so it will broadcast the video from your hard drive as a Hangout. It will add a slide to the beginning and the end, a custom slide. So each video you produce is completely unique from any other video you produce.
That's great. So it gets around the duplicate content idea, or a lot of times people think, oh gosh, they're using duplicate music, and then YouTube sends a message, duplicate content. You are unique content with each of these. And you'd make one video and you have all 15 different versions per run, if you choose, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I've created over 200 videos from one video on the hard drive because the software makes them 100% unique. So it's just simple. I just load that folder, bang, off we go, and it produces as many videos as you like from one single video file. But just on that point, in that folder, if you have 10 videos in there that you'd like to use, the software will choose one of those videos randomly every time it produces one. So you can use as many videos as you like, or repurpose as many videos as you like.
Well, the question I have to ask is, does that sound good? I mean, for people that don't like to stand in front of a camera, because of my background, I have no fear of doing this, and I can do it easily, but most people don't like to do it, aren't interested in doing it, and here's the big factor why Instagram and Hangout Millionaire is a tremendous solution. It saves time, and we all know that time equals money, efficiency, get more done through Instagram and that solution, and this is the only solution in the marketplace that utilizes this technology in this way and creates multiple versions of the same video, so you rank, and it pushes up your website, it pushes up your fan pages, it pushes up your Twitter rankings. You put all of that inside the descriptions, and you have tremendous results. It's like it's exponential, the type of effect that it has, and I'm going to show you these results. So let's keep going. And the third step, like we were talking about, that is you go through the selection, you run Hangout Millionaire. And if you're on a Mac, this can run on parallels behind your normal working day. It just continues to run and runs and runs and runs. And this is our robot. Think of all the manual elements involved in doing video optimization. You've got to create the titles. You've got to write the description. You've got to worry about creating good videos, and that stresses people out. You got to create annotations. You got to create closed caption. Do all these things. Well, the robot, our Hangout Millionaire person right here, he's sexless, he's genderless, he doesn't call in sick, he never asks for a day off, he works 24/7, 365 days. The only day I've heard that he asked for off is leap year, and that's not this year. So he is working every day, 24/7, is always working, and he is in the crib with this little icon right here, which is Hangouts, and that is the crown prince of Google and YouTube. Google married YouTube in 2006, and they birthed Hangouts just 2 short years ago. Very few people are embracing this platform, and when you do, the results are out of this world. Videos are great. This is by a factor of 10 greater. And people have this question, what about global versus local? I'm a local business, Mitch. I don't care about ranking in Holland. Well, some people want to rank in Holland when they live in the U.S., and some people just want to rank in your local community. Well, Peter thought about that too. You can put in your longitude, latitude of your business, and the software will work for you and rank you in that local area. Is that impressive? Yes or yes. So you can be global or local. Both are included in the system. Peter, do you want to comment about that?
Oh, actually, yeah, I just want to cut in and say, obviously, we're talking about local. You can also target countries. And can you just give us a brief spiel about how we ranked in Colombia in Google.com.co?
Oh, yeah, I got to talk about that.
I can't pronounce the name, so you'll have to do it.
Yeah, they're okay. We were contacted, a friend of mine that was down in Bogota, Colombia, the country Colombia, not Columbia, South Carolina. In Colombia, the country, population 60 million people. He was down there, and he was contacted by the campaign manager for Oscar Zuluaga, which was the #1 challenger to the incumbent president, Santos. And he came out of nowhere and started creating momentum. He contacted my friend Ernesto, who contacted me, and he knew that I was super involved in video and Hangout marketing. He said, my friend Nietzsche, we have a big opportunity to help the challenger to the president. They're neck and neck, and we need a push. And it was 2 weeks before the election was to come, and what happened was he said, we need help. Can you do this? And I said, this is major. This is a lot more than ranking a local business. We're talking about a president of a country. I mean, in a pretty good-sized country with an interesting history. So I said, I know about 99% of what there is to rank videos, but I'm going to bring in the triple PhD Peter Drew, and we're going to have to bring in Hangout Millionaire to do the heavy lifting for us. And what happened was I said, Peter, we got to get on this, mate. I used some Australian speech there, and he jumped on it. We took one of their existing videos and ranked it within less than, I think it was 30 minutes or an hour on the first page of Google, and competed with, and this was a hotly viewed topic because everybody was interested. Now, it was also in Spanish. We did this in Spanish. This product is designed for English. We have ranked people in the UK, South Africa, America, Canada, Australia. We hadn't done anything in a foreign language, but there's no challenge that's too big for Hangout Millionaire, we found. We went and just ranked it in Spanish, used the same tools, incorporated the use of Web 2.0 properties, ran the program, used their keywords. We had to have somebody supply it to us in Spanish. Ernesto gave it to us, and whammo, we were ranked inside a country immediately. I mean, within 2 hours is pretty close to immediately, isn't it? Is that pretty good? Does that sound cool? I mean, are you ready to have something like this work for you in your business? I mean, if you want to rank a country, we can do it. So, you know, let's talk about what happened with Darren. Darren Stevens, I'm going to give you a chance to get the video ready, Peter. Darren Stevens contacted me, and he is an Australian man living in Melbourne, Australia, second largest city in a country of 23 million people, and he teaches people. I'm going to tell you in a second, whenever you're ready to play the video, Peter, we'll go and you're going to learn what happened. And these are all the techniques. Everything that we learned was in Hangout Millionaire, and we now have it automated. But this is what I did for this man.
Hi, my name's Darren Stevens. I'm the best-selling author of the book Millionaires and Billionaires Secrets Revealed. And I just want to tell you about a gentleman that I contracted to do some work for me, which his name was Mitch Carson. Now, Mitch promised that he could get me on the page 1 rankings of YouTube and Google in a really short period of time. And I went, okay, I really doubt that, but I gave it a go. And he blew me away because literally in just 1 week, he not only got me on the front page and #1 position on YouTube, I was actually #1 also then on Google worldwide in a really competitive phrase, which was how to write a bestseller, because I teach a program called howtowriteabestseller.com. And anyway, he blew me away. He got the results in a week, and because of that, I had people ring up. That had seen the ad on Google, or seen the rankings on Google. It wasn't an ad, and they rang up and booked into my program, and they invested over $23,500 in my program just because of seeing me ranked #1 on Google. And that was all due to Mitch Carson. And, you know, it's just blown me away. They flew all the way over from Singapore simply from seeing what had happened. So if you're looking for somebody that can really get you ranked really highly on YouTube or Google, or who's just a master of marketing, I can't recommend highly enough Mitch Carson.
Well, that was very nicely said by him. I mean, and it's all true. So, you know, we're back here, and this was clear and valuable proof. Yes? I mean, if you agree, nod your head digitally, and I'll be able to see you. Ha, ha, ha. But I'm going to talk about our next case study. There was another person that came to me early on, before we went public with this, named Ruth Sherman. Now, she teaches people in the U.S., largely in New York City is where she's based, Fortune 100 executives how to speak in front of a camera. So she's just the opposite, but she wanted to, I told her we can rank her, and why was it so valuable for her? Because each client, she charges $60,000 US. 60,000 bucks. So even today, after we ran the software one time, she's ranked for positions 1 and 2. And I encourage you to look at it after the webinar. Please don't do it now. After the webinar, how to look great on camera, and you'll see how she was ranked. And for a secondary keyword phrase called Ultimate Consulting Coach, Overcoming Stage Fright Presentations, Job Interview, the software spins titles. So she's ranking for many, many keywords after just one run. So you wonder, like, okay, well, is this one time? No, it'll rank 15 different versions each time you run the software. So it's total market keyword domination, niche domination.
Actually, on that point, it's really good on that image to see the different durations of the videos that the software creates, and also the different thumbnails it produces, because the durations are different.
3.16 minutes.
You know what? I want to
3 minutes, 16 seconds.
I want to barge in. That's a really, really important thing, you know. When you change the video duration, when you change the video thumbnails, YouTube identifies it as a separate video, as it doesn't identify it as a duplicate, which is very important. And that's how you get ranked for so many different keywords. I think that's a very good feature there, Peter.
Well, it worked real well. Here's the proof in the pudding. I mean, can you imagine the impact this will have on your bottom line if you're able to put this into your arsenal, this arrow in your quiver, if you knew the secrets, if you were able to replicate the success we've been able to create for countless others? Let me go on and show more, because this is incredibly valuable. So let's talk about this man, Zach Jacobs. I'm going to give Peter an opportunity to switch over to get his video queued up. But Zach is our intermediate level marketer. He'd been online working at it as a lead generator, having marginal success, having to live in Thailand because it's so inexpensive to live there. And he was a student of Peter from his days of Video Curation Pro and Evo, so he knew about Peter, his mentor. And I met Zach over when I was living in Thailand for a bit, and he was struggling until he said, you know, I think I'm going to try some of these products from this guy named Peter Drew. He knows a ton about SEO, and I'm going to learn from him. So when Peter and I struck a partnership, it said Zach is a good guy. He's one of these that does. And if you are a doer, if you are an action taker, you can have similar results to Zach Jacobs. All you have to do is take action. You sit on the fence? No. You jump in both feet. You take risks, measured risks, shown with proof, and we have shown you proof, but let's hear from Zach.
Hey, Zach Jacobs here. I just wanted to talk about Hangout Millionaire. We were lucky enough to be able to beta test it, and in the first 30 days we were able to add a solid 5 figures to our bottom line. The best part about this is it will continue to be residual income because we're using it for offline clients. It's been great at ranking in the number 1, number 2, or number 3 positions in Google. And for our offline clients. We have clients paying us a considerable sum for every lead we produce for them, and this has been a great product. So thanks a lot, Peter Drew. Thanks a lot for the updates and letting us beta test for you. We appreciate it, and this is a great product. I highly recommend you look at it and buy it today.
Well, guys, here it is, clear proof of Zach Jacobs and what happened with him. I want to show you more proof, so let's keep going. Let's continue. So what about local? Mitch, I'm a local business. Zach was selling leads in Australia, not even his native country. He's 100% U.S. born and bred, and he decided to sell in the very lucrative niches in Australia. The last I spoke to him about 2 months ago, he was already tipping over $40,000 a month selling leads, all because of running Hangout Millionaire on 2 machines around the clock. He saw what this was doing, and he was into total and utter domination. But let's talk about a local client, and now we're going to get into some newbies. This is Angela Langlotz. She lives in Dallas, Texas. She is not a model. She is a former trademark lawyer living there who got tired of practicing law, and she found out about Hangout Millionaire. I mean, she had heard that I had a solution on a common Facebook friends wall, and I said, how long have you been in internet marketing? She said, well, I'm just learning all this. I'm buying systems, but I don't know how to put it all together. This was the one. Remember the piece that I showed you earlier in the presentation? What's the final piece? She goes, I'm just not making money. I've learned a lot, but I just don't know how to sew it all together. I feel a bit fractured. How can I embrace this? So I introduced her to Peter. We made her a beta tester, and her results are off the chart. Let's hear what Angela has to say.
Hi, Angela Langwatz here. I wanted to offer my thoughts on Peter Drew's Hangout Millionaire software. I had the opportunity to beta test this software for a 3-month period, and I thought that the software was absolutely amazing. It allowed me to rank on the first page of Google and YouTube videos that were associated with very, very competitive keywords. These were keywords that had more than 4 million Google search results. In some cases, I was actually able to rank these videos in less than an hour. I was absolutely blown away by what it could do. I can also tell you that Hangout Millionaire comes with good documentation and good support. Peter and his crew are really great about offering support if you can't use the documentation to figure out what you need to do. So if you want to rank your videos on the first page of Google and YouTube, I highly recommend Peter's Hangout Millionaire software. It will help you rank your videos.
Guys, can you see how this software is going to shorten your success? Now I want to show you the results that we're going to get to with Angela. What happened with her? Right here, out of 5.8 million results for Dallas Fence Contractor, it's Dallas Fence New Installs for fences, she is ranking positions 1 and 2, and guess where Peter is ranking? Her mentor is position 3. Now, why is this page impressive? I'm going to let you know why. 1, 2, 3 paid ad positions above the organic search. 1, 2, 3, all the way down to the bottom, paid ads in the right column. This is how Google, a for-profit business, makes their money. For profit. And they also have a certain amount of organic listings, but people will click on these organic listings way before these ads because they show thumbnail pictures that are colorful, and statistically it proves that people will click on organic listings. Incredibly valuable. These are, I think, $5 to $6 pay-per-click keyword phrases, and she has ranked positions 1, 2, and 3. And notice the time difference, 1.52, 1.35, 1.46, because the thumbnails were changed, titles were changed, the music was changed, and those are all unique videos in the eyes of YouTube and in Google. Now, Cyril, I'd like to ask you to jump in because I know you've probably explained the difference between organic search, which you are a big fan of and an advocate, and paid search, which are all these ads. And isn't it more valuable, or please chime in with your opinion, how this would be clicked on versus the paid ads for people? And this was all done, oh, by the way, in less than 2 hours.
Wow, those are some fantastic results, Mitch. And I want to tell you, you're absolutely right when you say that people want to click on organic results sooner. And I want to tell you, it's not just because of the images. It's because people are geared intuitively to click on the organic results. You know, whenever we search in Google, what are we looking for? We're looking for the search results. The ads we look at after we see the search results. If we don't find something relevant in the search results, we might look at the ads, or sometimes we might just skip to the second page. The point is, the eyes naturally go to the organic search results, the mouse naturally goes to the organic search results, and in typical tests, I would say that according to the figures that I've seen, the number of people who click organic results are about 70% of the time people will click on the organic results. I think it's more than that actually. So this is how powerful organic search results can be, and like you said, it's not gonna cost you $5 per click. So that's an amazing achievement, and if you are ranking for this sort of keyword, you can definitely hope to get a lot of, in fact, a big flood of orders and leads without having to spend on every lead generated. So yet this is pretty powerful, and this is what I love. Like you said, I'm a big fan of organic results. I don't really spend money on advertising. I spend it on building an organic presence, which will give me leads, which will give me visitors for a long period of time. And that's the second point I want to make. If you're going to advertise, you're going to pay money per click, you're going to be there as long as you pay, maybe for a week, maybe for a month, whatever time you're paying Google, you will be in the search results, but as soon as you stop paying, you won't be there. But if you're able to rank organically, you're going to be there for a long, long time, and that's really,
well.
really
And we do these, and we use these strategies that ensure that these rankings stick. So we're going to show more of this. So let's talk about this. This is another client that is a brand new gal, was making hardly any money. You couldn't find her anywhere in the search term. So I'm going to let Peter switch and get ready to play Ellen's experience working with Peter Drew and what happened there. Here she comes. Well, Ellen.
My name's Ellen Troikovic, and I'm the owner and manager of houseoftroy.com.au. My website specialises in selling bandage dresses to women aged 18 to 25. I had my business up and running for about 1 year before I realised I really needed to get my website ranking higher in Google because it was completely unranked. I had heard of odesk.com and was about to start paying someone overseas to do my SEO for me when coincidentally I joined my local squash club and met Peter Drew, owner and creator of HangoutMillionaire.com. After a few weeks of playing squash with Peter, I mentioned to him that I ran my own online website and that I was looking for someone to do my SEO. He then mentioned that he had just created a new software called Hangout Millionaire and that he needed a website to trial it on. I then agreed to this, and after just a few weeks after the trial, my website had gone from being completely unranked to page 7 of Google, which was amazing. It's now been about 2 months since the start of the trial, and my website is now ranked page 1 for all of my keywords, which has been unbelievable. My sales have gone from, on average, about 5 a week to now 15 a week, and I have HangoutMillionaire.com to thank for it. My name's Ellen Troikovic, and I'm...
Okay, so let's talk for a minute about what happened here. And Peter, since this testimonial was given, this was a few months back, she's ranking everywhere. And tell the people that she's now living the lifestyle she was able to quit her job.
Okay, now there's too much awesomeness about this story. First of all, we became friends. She joined my squash team. I was the number 1. She was number 3. And then we started this process off. 2 weeks after shooting that testimonial video, she got an order from the most exclusive nightclub here on the Gold Coast for 90 dresses to dress all their staff. So it's just phenomenal. Her sales have gone through the roof. And she was a legal secretary up until meeting us pretty much. She's left that job as a legal secretary. Her family's originally from Croatia. And the last time I saw her, she was on her way to the airport with a one-way ticket to Croatia and a laptop, and she's living the dream. Another week after she got that order from the nightclub, I went to squash, and then her parents rock up with a big bowl of expensive port to come over and meet me, the person who helped their daughter get so successful online, and so that was pretty cool. The parents wanted to come out and meet me and say thank you, and so we took some photos. I should have put them up there, but it's an awesome story. When we first started, we came up with 20 keyword phrases. She wasn't in the top 1,000 in Google for any of those. Now she's on page 1 for all of them, and a lot more as well.
Is it safe to say you changed her life? that this software changed her life? I mean, she quit her job. She's now living the dream.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, we just have to ask people, are you ready for your life to change? I mean, we have endless stories about this when people embrace the solution and take action. If you're on this call, you're an action taker. And let's show a couple of the results here for Ellen. We have right here, Bandage Dress Australia, 3.17 million results. Now that's in a small country of Australia. And we've got the yellow down here that's been highlighted. And she's got this. The next result, this is what's impressive. All these arrows show House of Troy, House of Troy, House of Troy, House of Troy. And then, Peter, talk about the importance of an image search. And then again, we go down once to the video, which is her, again, for everything on this page out of 713,000 results inside Australia. But talk about images, because very few people press upon this.
Well, first of all, that's an amazing result. If anyone clicks on that image, that will eventually take it through to her website and where people can buy it, obviously. There was something else I wanted to say there. But
images are very valuable because people, if they're clicking on images, they're buyers. That's what I wanted to bring up, is this is images. If people click on images of a product, it's safe to assume they want to buy that product. This isn't a celebrity search. This is a product search of Bandage Dress users.
And this site is ranking for all its top terms, like just bandage dress in google.com.au. It's right up the top of the search. So it bounces between number 2 and number 3, which is a phenomenal result, considering it wasn't in the top 1,000 for anything only a few months ago. Yeah,
nothing. So she's got total domination 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to the image number 1, and then we go to the video, and I have no more space in my PowerPoint. But she's ranking for numerous phrases across the board. And here's another, under just bandage dresses, which is a much shorter, it's a short tail keyword phrase as opposed to a long tail. Out of 7.9 million searches, she's ranked number 3, and you did that in a very short period of time. And here is the slide that I want to talk about. 2.7 million results. Whoops. It's 2.7 million results. And it focuses on House of Troy, House of Troy, a video. These are all through Hangout Millionaire. And then we get down to here, the Facebook page. And that is what this is so impressive, because tell us about the value of having your social profile ranking.
Well, this is a really good example. I put the link to her Facebook page. That was what was driving most of the traffic to her website previously. And that had around 3,700 likes at the time. But I put the link to her Facebook page in the description of the videos, and bang, it's up there. And at the time of taking that image capture, it was an additional 1,000 likes, and probably a lot more by now. So it's a really phenomenal result. People can't get away from her site when they're searching for bandage dresses.
That's great. Well, let's continue. So people, I'm sure you're wondering, like, what is my next move? How do I embrace this? I mean, are you ready to get started? Think of the Hangout Millionaire as your VA in a box, your virtual assistant in a box that takes care of all the heavy lifting. So, I mean, if you're ready for your life to change, do I have your permission to show you what else is inside the system? And we need to show the software a little bit, don't we, Peter?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's give a revealing inside look of the software.
Okay, so we'll send it over. Now, additionally, I'm not sure how clear this video is going to be in the webinar. So I've put that up on the order page, this exact video we're about to show. So if it's not very clear on the webinar, when we give the link to join, that'll be the first video you see, the software in operation. And so I'll run it now, but if it's not clear, you'll see it on the order page anyway. Here we go.
So let's talk about the brains of Hangout Millionaire. And Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse on the inside of Hangout Millionaire. So we're going to play this video right now.
Okay, so that's the software starting. There's no audio on this software, on this video. So you've got three options. Instagram. You can choose local photos from your hard drive or a video from your hard drive that you sourced. We're using Instagram for this. So that's using the House of Troy hashtag, and it's found that content straight away. So you can move the videos left or right or delete the inappropriate ones. Click Next and then select your profile. That's House of Troy file. Select an MP3. Enter your Google account, Tumblr account, and select private video network, etc. This is where you put your geolocation in. That button on the right, you can find your geolocation very easily. See all the tokens we're using there. Facebook link to the site. This is where you put all your keywords, and you can select. In this example, we're creating one video, but you can choose up to 15 videos per project at a time. So now we're logging into Hangouts. This is obviously spelled because I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
This all just runs in the background, Pete. That's what I love about it, is it's just set and forget. Absolutely. You set it up and just go and do something else.
Yep, so it's creating a Hangout now. Notice I'm not sitting in front of a webcam. It's using the screen share to broadcast the video that we used. And it does it awesome. There's three different options which we'll get into later. So that's the video that the software created. Now it's selecting that window to screen share. There you go. Now the software's doing it itself. I'm not touching anything. So it's broadcasting. That's a thumbnail that will go in with the private video network that will be listed in Google, that will be pointing to her video in Google. That's some of the band addresses. There's my friend there. A little advertisement. So it's finished. I sped it up a little bit in editing, so we're not here all day. So now it's created the Google Hangout. That Hangout goes to your YouTube account. So we've got to update the YouTube account with the correct information from the software. So here we are. The title, description, tags, geolocation. There's a geolocation there.
Pete, it's important. It's important again to talk about while this is running. It's important for people to know that this is software working. This is not you sitting here doing all this stuff. This is all happening in the background. So all of the video creation is done. The change in YouTube is done. We can see it now doing Blogger. It's all happening in the background.
Absolutely. Now it's going to, it's updating it created the blog before, now it's going back to Blogger to update the Blogger, that blog with content and an embed of the Hangout, which is really important. And it's also adding the geolocation, and if you've got a business name, that will pop up and in the blog itself and send awesome links to your local listing. So now we're going to Tumblr, and the Tumblr account gets all the different variation, the different spin of the title, of the description, and it gets an embed in there. So you're getting an embed of your Hangout plus links back to the whatever's in the description and to the Hangout. Now this is the VCN. That's my private self-hosted video network, and at the end it supplies a beautiful PDF with 3 different anchor text variations back to your Hangout video, links to your website and whatever's in there. And what's important about that PDF is, of course, we can share that PDF on all the document sharing sites and get another tier of awesome, powerful links back to your Hangout video, back to your Blogger blog, back to your Tumblr, back, and then more tiered links back to the links in the description of your videos. So it's incredibly powerful stuff, getting that PDF, which is perfect for ranking all those links.
This is awesome. Now, that gave a small glimpse of what it's like inside the system, and what I liked so much about it was the automated components. And
also, just to make sure, if that wasn't very clear for people on the webinar, that this video will be embedded on the sales page, so you can recheck that video yourself.
Yeah, and that's only because of the technology of GoToWebinar. It doesn't play very, very clearly, but I think our viewers were able to see this in pretty good form. I think I need to have the control shift back. Cyril? Yep. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so this is what we have inside. I want to show you how, for those that are action takers and want to get started, in the Hangout training system, we have our toolbox to make all your Hangouts a success. And this is something, and one of the things I like about Peter, it's a blessing for those that like tons of tutorials and content resources, abundant, that is all available inside the system. And you get a content repurposing resources guide, and that goes through in detail how to use IFTTT.com, because that confuses some people, onlywire.com, and a myriad of other social networks that create more second, third, and fourth tier linking to your properties so you are secure. And the good news is, and this is why I also chose to work with Peter's, he is so detailed. The guy is committed to your success. We guide you through every step. He's extremely involved, as am I, on the Facebook wall. And we're going to talk about that in a second, but nobody gets left behind. Think of the U.S. Marines and their motto, no Marine ever gets left behind. We do not leave you behind. We embrace you. We pick you up, and other members will pick you up, so we will guide you every step of the way. That's when you're involved with a quality company with a reputation and a perfect service record. Now, I want to bring up the element of help desks, which seems to be almost a cuss word for some people, and why you are so different. How long have your support staff been with you, Peter? 6 years, yes? That's what I thought. So let's go through.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, 6 years old.
Yeah,
sorry,
6
mate. Yeah,
years.
6 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's okay. Well, now we're going to go into the Hangout Millionaires private group. Let me just talk about this. This is our private members-only Facebook, where you get to ask your most pressing questions, post about your Hangouts and skills, post requests you are looking for, cross-promote your business with like-minded people. This is incredibly valuable because it's a super-duper targeted list of people who are in your pond. They're your same species. And you get the content repurposing resources guide, addendums on this group. People are always sharing the latest and greatest. And I think Cyril updated you about using IFTTT.com for himself. He hadn't even brought into that, but we share it very openly in this group. You also get a copy of CopySniper.com, which is a $1,000 system for yours to try and use to create killer copy for you, usable, clickable copy, professional sales copy, and it integrates perfectly with WordPress, and it has a full training program. I use it to write sales copy. You can too, and you have access to it only through Cyril's link for 30 days. Get all your sales letters written. It's included as your bonus in the package. Now, here's something that I don't do very often. Cyril is a new partner for Peter and I. I'm going to do a professional interview with you, either via phone, and we'll record it, and I think it would even be better because of the product Hangout Millionaire. I want to do a Hangout with you because then you'll be able to utilize the software to rank this Hangout, where I will interview you about your particular skill set, your talent, your product category, your niche, and we'll identify your special tools, your special method, your uniqueness in the marketplace. I will be able to identify that in you so you can communicate it to the public, and you will be ranked for it. I charge $1,000 to do an interview up to 15 minutes. We are going to do a Hangout up to that amount of time, or an interview. I would suggest a Hangout. How valuable is that? $1,000. Now, the other bonus, if you're on so far, we know the names because GoToWebinar keeps it. We are going to send you a copy of our book. But let's talk about everything you get inside the system, what your investment is today. A small investment for the benefit you're going to get. You get the software. You get Peter's private video network. Why is this valuable? Because it's only available to our group, and these are high-ranking video networks that are private. This is not shared outside of our family inside Hangout Millionaire. Total Resource Toolbox. You get the Copy Sniper trial. You get the recorded interview with me or Hangout, and this is where you click, and I want you to click there now. Do not wait. Do this while you're listening to the webinar, Cyril.hangoutmillionaire.com. Now, here are the values. If you're to go to hangoutmillionaire.com right now, you would pay one price and one price only, $197 a month, which comes out to $2,364 a year. But we're going to do better than that, and you're going to get all of these bonuses listed here. So for Cyril's group, you get in smartly for $997, pay that now per year, or you get to come in at $297 and we will bill you every 3 months. Now click on the blue link here and take action to get the same types of results that others receive. Now I'm going to show you some more results, and this has a total value with the complete package of over $4,800 right here. You get it now for only $997 per year, or $297. Now, why is this not a WSO? Because Peter is behind the scenes supporting you every step of the way, and there were over 40 updates in the software in the beta, and he continues to update about, twice a month, that you cannot invest in something of quality without updates, because Google constantly changes, YouTube constantly changes and upgrades, and guess what? He's on top of it with his programmers. And these people are state-of-the-art best at what they do. I'm going to show you more proof. This guy, Ferdinand Mellinger, he's an SEO professional. This is how he makes his money. He was able to dominate 10 spots. Now, here it is in highlighted. I've been very successful in my online business, but Peter, your software has pushed me into new levels of complete domination, and I mean complete domination. The whole first page is mine on numerous terms. Yes, 10 spots are all his. And he did this in a short period of time. This was a conversation that he posted on our Facebook wall that's members only on June 5th. So in a month, he is still killing it. He is making money left and right. I'm going to show you more proof. Here's Stephen Henby. Okay, his jaw just dropped. In 2 hours, he checked his ranking. He's #1 on the second place on page 1. I'm going to give you, so right now I want you to click on Cyril.hangoutmillionaire.com, and Keith Jr. is another person that had tremendous success. Less than 3 weeks of running Hangout Millionaire, he's on page 1 and 2 for several product name long-tail keywords. Page 1 and 2. So right here, click on Cyril.hangoutmillionaire.com, and you can be part of your solution. You've got to get in on this, folks. I'm so excited to be able to work with you and create a hangout with you to help launch your success. Just think, if you mastered this skill, where would you be in 5 years from now? We've seen some life-changing results out there. Do you want to be party to life-changing results? Here's some more proof. For those of you that are still on the fence, I'm going to show you gently. I'm going to push you so you can see what happened. On June 11th, Michael Murray, who just joined, he had incredible and awesome. He had only 2 words, incredible and awesome. Total of 34 keyword city combinations, and in an average of 6 hours, he was on page 1 for all of them. I was stunned by the results. I'm beginning to believe that I can dominate any keyword in any city that I choose within 1 day. Is that impressive? I think so. Now, this is a picture of a book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. Why am I showing you this? Because people that are on the fast track to success possess one of the 16 characteristics profiled by Napoleon Hill. The millionaires at the turn of the century all took action. They saw an opportunity. They didn't hesitate. They took action, much like the people on this call took action, because they see an opportunity. They want to rank on the first page of Google. That's what you want to do. And you have to ask yourself if you are ready for your life to change. You have learned this loophole. Can you imagine what this will be, this shortcut to your success? And you've got to be the one that takes action. There are people that are mediocre, and they're there, but you've got focus because you are here. And don't be left behind. The success train, the bullet train, goes at a rapid clip. It's there and gone. Hangouts are here right now, right in front of you. Embrace it. It is the technology. It is the crown prince of Google. It is the technology, the platform that is ranking very, very fast, coupled with Hangout Millionaire. You take one video, one Hangout on air that you do, and I want to be one of those to work with you and all the callers, so I have a huge network of success. We're constantly upgrading our success, our testimonials of people that have embraced the teachings. The action takers are the ones that are on the bullet train. Are you a slowpoke? I hope not. I think not, because the bullet train is in your mind. You're on this call because you want to catapult your results faster. So jump in, click on the link right here, Cyril.hangoutmillionaire.com. We want to see you on the inside. Click on this now. You have two options, $997 per year and $297 every 3 months. For those of you that are light on the wallet this week, that's fine. We want to see you and jump in because we want you to be part of our success. Are you a bullet train or are you a slowpoke? Click here and be on the bullet train with us, the fast track to success. There is no success without action. Action takers are the ones that win in life. And are you an action taker? I think so, because you're on this webinar. You're not sitting in front of the TV eating popcorn and bonbons and soda. You're on this call, this hangout, because you've embraced the teachings of Cyril. He introduced you to Peter, who created this incredible software solution that you're going to embrace because you're action takers, and you want to be part of this. So click on the link. Don't hesitate. Get on the bullet train with us. We are right here at the front. We're not in the caboose. We are in the front looking forward to our success. Do you want to be looking forward? I think so. Then click on this link. We're there to accept all of you that want to get involved, and it's a big job for me to interview all these people. But guess what? I love doing Hangouts. I'd love to do one with you. Take our book, Clients Forever, embrace some of the teachings, get on our Facebook wall, learn from other members that have had tremendous success. We're not making this stuff up. There's too much of an opportunity for you. There are millions of keywords out there that are buying keywords, money-making keywords. Informational keywords are okay for poor people. We don't teach about informational keywords. We focus on the money. Profits is the name of the game, and being profitable is what feeds your families, gives you time off, allows you to taste and feel vacations, success, relaxation. Do you want to meditate? You can, because Hangout Millionaire will run behind the scenes while you're meditating. You just set it, forget it, and profit. I think we ought to coin that phrase, set it, forget it, and profit. All three of those, think of those, the three legs of the stool, set it, forget it, and profit. You have the key element, the last piece of the puzzle, puts it all together just like we showcased with our examples earlier. There was the very successful Alex Mendozian. We showed you the results we did for him. We showed you the Zach Jacobs, what happened with him, the intermediate marketer who's now making over $40,000 a month selling leads using his only tool, Hangout Millionaire. We also showed you Ellen, who's now living in her native Croatia. We showed you the former lawyer, Angela Langlots, who has now left the practice of law and is working online full-time. She was a newbie and probably your most challenging pupil for Peter. The most challenging pupil. She asked a ton of questions because she's an attorney. Not anymore. She's an online marketer traveling and living the life that she chooses to live. And Ellen Trokovich was just with Peter for 4 months. She operates her business completely virtual now in her native country because she has an internet connection. She has other people drop shipping her dresses and making money. She embraced the teaching. She was part of what Napoleon Hill talks about, being part of the bullet train. She took action. And she's, what, 24 years old? She's a kid. But she's already living the dream. She embraced the teaching, followed the path to success. Do what she did. Do what Zach Jacobs did. Do what Darren Stevens did, another astute marketer, and utilize the tools of people that have proven the success. We have all the success laid out in front of you. You have the opportunity to jump on. Cyril.hangoutmillionaire.com. You get all of this. You get Peter's private video network, the total resource toolbox, the copy sniper trial. For those of you that don't like to write copy or are a little bit hesitant to write copy, this will do it for you. You get the recorded interview with me or Hangout. I want to do a Hangout with you. Please, please me. I'm a please junkie. So jump in, Cyril.hangoutmillionaire.com. If there are any questions, let's have an open forum so we can address those questions. But we want to see you in this inside. I want to do the interview with you. And Cyril, do we have any questions that we need to answer to the people that are there waiting? Because there are several people that are still on the call with us. We want to talk to them.
Well, I've been answering the questions, Mitch. I've been talking to people on the questions while you were talking to them on audio. So I've been answering the questions. Nothing really that I could not handle yet. But I've sent some people off to Peter. I've sent some people off to Peter, so I'm sure Peter will handle it. The rest of the questions. And of course, I want to tell you that. Do you have
any comments? Yes.
Yeah,
please comment.
Yeah, I want to tell you that, you know, if you got any questions about the product or anything, you can always go to my Facebook group, and you will be able to get those answered as well. So just you know, for the people who are not a part of my group, you know, even now, the group address is facebook.com/groups/Jeet-winners. I'm gonna share this. You know, I'm gonna ask you guys to go there if you have any questions about the product. I think Peter is already a part of this group, and he will be able to answer your questions too in my Facebook group. So it's
absolutely, mate.
So just look for Jeet-winners in Facebook, and you will find it.
Yep, so just type in Jeet-winners in Facebook and you'll find Cyril's group.
Absolutely.
If you're not a member there, join there, and I'll be happy to answer any questions, like all the simple questions and even the more difficult ones. And I might even throw a video together to answer all the questions in real time using the software, so you can see it in real time.
That's awesome. And if there are any questions of me, I mean, how many people are interested in doing a Hangout or an interview with me? I want to see the people that are action takers, because that will rank. I mean, I know how to use the software, and I think we might be able to give you a nice little push if you do an interview with me, so we can prove the success for other people that are action takers.
Just
this
on
would
that
be
point,
very
Mitch,
cool. Yep.
Just on that point, Mitch, $1,000 for the interview alone to get a brand established. If we have a person who wants to get established as a brand, and for a competitive keyword phrase, they do the Hangout with you. You download that video, and then use Hangout Millionaire to do nothing but push that brand and get that person, their brand recognized for the keywords that they want. That's worth $1,000 just in and of itself, let alone what it's like we're throwing the software in on top.
Well, yeah, and that's why, but I want to reward people. I can't do this except beyond a few people in the group for obvious reasons, because there's only one of me, and I'm bloody busy. So this is real value, but we want to create real value for Cyril's group. It's our first time working with our strategic partner here, and we want to embrace this. So that's why I'm giving this freely of my time. And this is the last time I'm doing this, because it's a lot of work.
We just had a question come in. How many licenses come with the software? For each person who buys the software, they get 2 licenses, one for themselves and one for their VA.
That's awesome. And Hangout Millionaire is essentially your VA. It's your virtual assistant. I mean, you can have your VA learn the system, because they'll have access on the inside with one of the licenses. So if you don't want to learn it, the VA can, and he or she can do all the work for you.
Or if you don't want to pay a VA, you've got a VA in a box right here with Hangout Millionaire.
That's really what it is. It's a VA in a box. And the Hangout and our robot is going to be doing all the heavy lifting for you. That's what's key. All the heavy lifting is done for you. Is that great or great? I think it's great. So Cyril, if there are any more questions, I'm here to answer, or if anybody else has one directed at me, because I know I was talking. I'm looking forward to working with everybody that takes action now.
Cyril, it's been awesome having you, mate.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Just one question from one of our viewers, GS. He's asking me, how important is it for the people to have an old age domain to rank? Can it be a new domain? Can you rank for a new domain, or do you need to have an old domain?
Well, with that House of Troy case study that I did, I think that domain was about 6 months old, so it's virtually brand new. I'm doing another case study currently with a brand new domain I've registered, and the results from that will be coming out shortly. Though, look, as an SEO guy, obviously an age domain will be better, but do you need an age domain? Absolutely not. You can start off with a brand new IP address, brand new domain, and it will work.
Okay, one more.
Get phenomenal amount of links. Go ahead.
One more question for you, Peter. Tom Snyder is asking you, how useful would this be for a local business like a pet store with thousands of products?
It's perfect for local listings, and why? Because first of all, if you live in one city, you'll get ranked very well in that city, but also the surrounding cities. If you can sell your products online, obviously your market is a lot bigger. But the geolocation really works really well. Local listings are just almost a no-brainer. As you saw from Michael before, he's doing a project now where he's targeting, I think, 250 different cities, and he's having phenomenal success in each city. And we go through, there's a lot of people doing that in the group, so you can jump on board those threads and pick people's brains and figure out how they do it. And the keyword strategies we use in the software, that's all there in the Facebook group.
One more question related to keywords. Mahesh R is asking you, does this software cover keyword research too?
Yes, absolutely. We've got, I think, 3 video tutorials there. In fact, there's a lot more of that. There's a big discussion in the Facebook group, particularly about keyword research. So there's tons of help.
Okay,
and it's in the PDFs as well.
Fantastic. So, Peter, I'm going to pitch the last question to you, and after this, I think we should close. GS is asking you, do we need to have multiple domains to make this work?
I'm not really sure I understand the question, but first of all, I'm a big advocate of making sure every video that goes out, you've got a domain in the description of your product, even for affiliate marketers or CPA marketers. It's important to, because the links from these videos are so important, it's a waste not to have a domain in there. So if you're selling affiliate products, you sell the affiliate products from a domain with a redirection. But if you don't have a domain, of course you can use the software without any domains.
All right, so fantastic. I think that answers the question. So if Mitch is around, I think he will just make a closing statement, and then we'll close the webinar.
Yeah, guys, if you're on the fence, remember the bullet train. Don't be left behind, because those that make a decision, and we changed this for Cyril's group, we are allowing you to get in for $297 right now. If this is an investment that you're contemplating, oh gosh, jump in today. Jump in now. Take action. Remember Napoleon Hill and the profiling of the millionaires. The people that are successful take action. They're the ones that get on the bullet train. Don't be left behind. If you're still on the call, you're unclear, get clear. And the clarity is this. Focus on what you are after. Is it profit? Is it time with your family? Is it improved niche rankings? Is it to become the celebrity in your niche, the authority in your niche? You got to jump on the train and click on this link to get started. You have 2 options. We want to see you. I want to work with you. And as Peter stated, just the interview with me to build your brand is worth much more than $1,000. I am doing this the last time with this group because we wanted to help catapult Cyril's members. So jump in. This is it. This isn't available next week. No, it is available now. Action takers take action now. And that is what I want you to do. Yes, I'm pushing you because I'm so excited about what this will do for your results. And I look forward to talking with you all.
Cyril, thanks again, buddy. It's been awesome spending time with you. See you soon.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Mitch. And thanks to all those wonderful people who attended this webinar. And it's been a wonderful experience having you here. Thank you very much.